It's called Sabila. And it's an aloe vera drink. And it has pineapple juice in it. And it is so good. I am so obsessed with this Sabila aloe vera drink with pineapple juice. It sounds gross, but it is the best thing. Thebomb.com. I just said that. Okay, throw it in. There we go. Done. Hi guys. I was going to do a different video this week, but instead I'm going to do that video next week. And this week I am talking about my top books, my favorite books. I am a huge book fanatic. If you know me, then you know that I love to read, and you know that my favorite store is not H&M, it's not PacSun, it's not Hollister or Abercrombie. It is Barnes & Noble's. I am there all the time. I'm probably at Barnes & Noble's more than I'm any place, even home. Like, I'm at Barnes & Noble's more than I'm at home. So that's my store, and I have gone through a lot of books. So what I have done is I have picked my top 4 categories, and then from there I chose the top 2 books that I absolutely loved reading of all time. So these are the top books. Some of them are in paper form, some of them are in audio form, so I'm going to switch back and forth a little bit. Most of them are book form though. So let's get started. The first topic is relationships. Now, my favorite book, it's kind of bad that I'm starting off with this because there's a curse in the title, but it's called Why Men Love Bitches, and it is by Sherry Argov. Now, what I like about this book, it really helps me a lot because in a relationship, I was always the person that gave of myself, and I was giving so much of myself, and then I was getting screwed over. Now, I know the title kind of throws people off because it's like, no girl wants to be a bitch, but it's not talking about being a bitch. It's talking about standing up for yourself and the values that you started off with in the relationship, you know, being able to keep that throughout the relationship, and how to not get run over by men and stuff like that. So if you're someone that has the same problem as I had, definitely check this book out. And she actually has a sequel that I have called Why Men Marry Bitches, and that's good too. So that is all the cursing I'm going to do in this video. Okay, next book is called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, and it's by John Gray. This one actually says that it's this book's 20th anniversary, so it has been around for a while. And I see this book everywhere. Everywhere I go, I see this book, and after reading it, I understood why. What I like about this book is the fact that it's so relevant. Like, this book was made 20 years ago, and it's still relevant to men and women today. So basically, men and women are two very different people, and this basically talks about a guy's perspective and then a girl's perspective. And just to be on the safe side, I ran this book by a couple of my guy friends, and they agreed that that's how they feel. That's how most men feel. And from the women's side, it is, you know, what you hear most women say. Now, this book also talks about how to communicate with the opposite sex in a way where they'll understand it instead of getting offended. So definitely, if you're someone where you can't communicate with the opposite sex, definitely pick up this book. It's definitely a good read. Okay, so the next topic is self-improvement. Now, the first book that I'm going to talk about is actually an audio book, and it's called Success Through Stillness, and it's by Russell Simmons. Now, I recently started meditating. Meditating for me is very important because of the fact that my mind is like crazy. Half the times my mind is going, like, thinking about different things. I'm a very creative person, and my mind is constantly thinking of something new. But then there comes a point where I just get really overwhelmed, and then my brain just like shuts down. So what meditation helps to do is it helps to balance that. It also helps with, you know, anxiety and anything that people might have. For a long time, I suffered with depression, and this helped with that as well. So what I like about this book is the fact that it talks about different benefits of meditation, just in case you didn't know. And it talks about it in a really cool way. It's really not a boring book. because I also have the paper form of this book, and I've read it before, and it's just as interesting as listening to it. So definitely, if you're someone where your mind is, you know, all over the place and you just want to kind of center it, definitely I would suggest meditation, and I would definitely suggest getting this book. Most definitely. Okay, so the next book is called Your Next Big Thing. And what I like about this book is the fact that it really helped me find my core values and my purpose. And then it helped me to stay true to that. So I tend to refer back to this book often because of the fact that I don't want to ever do something that I'm not comfortable with or that I don't really want to do. And I find myself doing that a lot. I say yes way more than I should. So this book just helps me to remember what's important to me and what I truly love to do and staying true to that. So this book is great. The next category is romance. Now, I am a hopeless romantic, and I'm not gonna lie, most of the books that I've read in my lifetime have been romance books. I love romance books. And my favorite book is actually, I have the paper form, but my friend is actually borrowing it. I also have the Audible form. So that book is The Fault in Our Stars. Now, I'm sure that you have heard of this book before. Everyone is talking about this book. It's so good that it turned into a movie. And there's a reason why it turned into a movie. I have read, like I said, many romance books, and this book is just, there's something about this book that makes you see life in a whole new way and appreciate life in a whole new way. Plus, you know, the romance aspect of it was just flawless and beautiful in both the book and the movie, because I saw the movie as well. So if you have not read The Fault in Our Stars, definitely read it. And if you have not seen the movie, definitely go out and see that movie. So good. I promise you will not regret it. I really do. The next romance book that I am in love with is called The Choice, and it's by Nicholas Sparks. Now, if you don't know who Nicholas Sparks is, pretty much pick up any book of his and you'll fall in love with it. And a lot of his books have been turned into movies because he is an awesome author. Now, this book has not been turned into a movie. However, I fell in love with it just because it shows the different seasons of a couple's life and the different things that they go through and how they deal with it, how they handle it. So definitely check it out. I'm not going to give too much away with this book, but I will say that I love it and I have read all of his books, and this one is my favorite. So yeah. Okay, so the last category is biographies. Now, I read a lot of biographies just because I really do get a lot of inspiration from other people and seeing where they started and then how far they've come. I'm a huge fan of people who overcome obstacles and then talk about it. So the first book is called Kate, the Future Queen. And this book is about Kate Middleton. Now, what I like about her is the fact that she values image. And not necessarily what other people think about her, but what she thinks about herself. And she stays true to herself. And I really appreciate that. I've read this book a couple of times just because of the fact that she's so inspiring. And she's someone that I definitely look up to. I mean, obviously I don't know her personally, but just reading about her, she's an awesome person to look up to. So if you are interested in image and just valuing yourself and staying true to yourself and helping people, then definitely check out this book. So the last book that I have is this book about Dave Ramsey. Now, what I like about this book is the major transformation that this guy went through. He's in real estate, and he became a big shot, and he blew all of his money, and he had a wife, he had 2 daughters, and it just shows what he did to get his wealth back up. If you're someone who isn't that good at saving money, like myself, this is definitely a book that you should check out, just because he gives a lot of really good tips on how to save money and how to invest in different things, and I like his view on it. Okay, so those are my top books. Like I said, I have been reading for years and I absolutely love reading. I'm obsessed with reading. And if you're someone who doesn't like reading, chances are you just haven't picked up the right book. There are so many books out there for people and so many different genres, so many different types. So my suggestion is just to go to Barnes & Nobles and just browse through and pick up a book that you like and read it. You don't even have to buy it. You could just start off reading it there and see if you even like it. I really hope that you guys check some of these books out. I promise every book that I mentioned is awesome. And also, I'm due to read a new book. So if you can leave a comment down below and just tell me what your favorite book is, because I'm having a really hard time picking a new book. So if you can help me out with that, that would be amazing. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And I love you guys so much. Like that much. All right, bye. Mwah. Woo! Where's that juice at?